What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Heart Over Height episode. Today we're going to be breaking down the game that just finished, USA versus Canada exhibition. So we're going to just go on Twitter, just go through some of the box scores and everything, as well as look at some highlights of the plays. I did watch the full game, so I'm going to give my opinion and the breakdown of the game. So if you do enjoy this content, do me a huge favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment down below on how you think Team USA did versus Canada. With that being said, let's get right on into it. So if you guys didn't see the game, it wasn't the greatest game. It was pretty sloppy, as expected. Going into this game, I kind of expected there was going to be some rust. That's why you had that pre-exhibition game set. They've only had a little bit of time to practice together, so you were kind of looking at messing with some lineups. There were a lot of different combinations of lineups thrown out there just to see what was going to work. Some players kind of, excelled in that. Other players kind of fell off. If not fell off, but like they definitely need some rust to work off there. So first off, let's just talk about the final score. Final score right here: United States 86, Canada 72. Not a high-scoring game. Turnovers from both teams, as like I just said, as expected. The U.S. was missing some pretty simple passes that I think will be tightened up. Fairly early on, they were down 11-1. It was looking pretty rough, but as I said before, it was expected. Then they brought in guys. They started out the game with Curry, LeBron. They had D-Book out there, Embiid out there, and Jrue Holiday, just to start off this lineup and everything. Watching that lineup play together, it looked like LeBron and Curry had never played together before, right? Embiid needs to get used to the fact that there's only 5 fouls there. He fouled out early in the third quarter, so he didn't play any of the fourth, of course. Now, after what really was the spark plug for Team USA getting back into it was this guy right here, Anthony Edwards. You watched him play. I mean, he looks like the U.S. has no worry in the future for the future of this roster, right? Him, Jason Tatum had a solid game. Of course, Steph Curry, had a good game too. But watching Anthony Edwards, he came off the bench and he looked really solid. So in the future, I think they're going to make an adjustment. They're going to have Curry, Edwards, probably Tatum, LeBron, and then, either Embiid or Anthony Davis start. Of course, it depends on the country. I think once we go up against teams like France, they're going to adjust with the double big kind of thing with like AD and Embiid. But overall, I think that we definitely had an okay game. I was impressed with play style from Anthony Edwards. I was impressed with play style from Tyrese Halliburton. And I was impressed with Jason Tatum, of course. Steph Curry, I mean, he had a good game overall. But, we can look at this play right here.
By LeBron. Did not give up on it.
Back to
6:28 to go here in the second. By LeBron.
Did not give. Very vintage LeBron there. Other plays that I really liked here, which, just to start off, right, this guy right here, Potter, he checked into the game, and I had no clue who he was. Same thing with these two. Now, it was announced that they were fill-in players because it was such a tight flip with Kevin Durant not playing, Kawhi Leonard didn't play, so they just came in to kind of fill that. But we can see some
Team USA off to a great
really
start.
Good defensive game.
As they prepare for the Paris Olympics.
I was impressed a lot by Tyrese Halliburton's defense. Constant deflections, constant getting into the pass lanes, and constant great passes. We knew and expected the great passes from him, but that's kind of what I'm referring to with there's nothing really to be worried about with our future of the league with Tyrese Halliburton, with Tatum, with Anthony Edwards, even like younger guys, Cooper Flagg coming in. But, Anthony Edwards proved tonight that he is still that number one option. I kind of like just going through and seeing what all these fans have to say. Here's the rosters for you. This is who actually Kawhi didn't play tonight. Kevin Durant didn't play tonight. Had a couple fill-ins there. But on Team Canada, they definitely looked not. They looked pretty sloppy in my opinion. It just like looked crowded. RJ Barrett had a solid game. Of course, Shea had a good game. Dylan Brooks needs to stop the idea that he needs to get in everyone's head. He tried to like this whole bully ball with LeBron. Of course, that's not going to work. LeBron ended with a solid game. But I was impressed with play by guys like Trey Lyles and Andrew Nembhard. Those guys definitely impressed me a lot. Andrew Nembhard has such a quick step back three. And Trey Lyles played like he wasn't Trey Lyles. One other thing is, I've never noticed this before, but there were a few times that Dwight Powell, they would pan the camera to him, and he would look a lot like Klay Thompson. Just kind of interesting there. I saw that. But, yeah, I was very happy.
His physical approach at the rim.
Good early. Russ Edwards.
Nice run by Bam on that.
Taking care of the basketball in the first quarter. 8 turnovers.
Or can he get up?
Double.
Edwards
But overall,
creating space.
A nice screen.
16-foot fade.
definitely proved his quote. He might be the number one option on this team. With the future of the organization too, of Team USA, later in this tournament, I can say that we are very versatile. We can mismatch. We had lineups where we had Bam and Anthony Davis. We had lineups where it was just Bam or Anthony Davis out there, just Embiid, or we went super tall with Bam and AD, LeBron, Tatum out there with and then we have taller guards too. And let's be honest, we do have guys coming in. If KD is going to withdraw or if he's going to be healthy, they say he's going to be fine, but who knows? We do have Derek White coming in, solid guard defender. Drew Holiday had a good defensive game. Everyone kind of played to the level that I expected for game one. You know, the rust needs to get off. Everyone needs to kind of find their role and figure out who they're going to be on this roster, as well as the coaching staff needs to make those adjustments. And I felt like they did a solid job tonight making those adjustments. You know, they realized, oh, shoot, we're down 11-1. Let's make an adjustment. Bring in someone like Anthony Edwards, who's a bucket, and help this squad out by going and getting his. And that's why I think in the future, later on in this tournament, when we have to play the tougher teams, France, I think France is our top competition. Of course, France is going to adjust to the FIBA rules really well because a lot of the players already play with those kind of rules over in the EuroLeague, but Team USA did a good job at recognizing the rules of the game are slightly different than in the NBA. For instance, once the ball hits the rim, you don't have to let it bounce. There is no, basket interference kind of thing. You can swat the ball, smack it against the backboard, stuff like that. Goaltending is definitely a loose term in FIBA rules. Same with that defensive three in the key. That's going to be something that we're going to need to adjust to as well. Against teams like France, where they're going to have Gobert, Victor Wembanyama. Canada is a very small team. There were times where they had Dwight Powell at the 5 or Trey Lyles at the 5, that those guys are just a lot smaller. So we were able to adjust quite well. But I liked how we still explored the taller lineups. We still had Embiid and Anthony Davis or Bam and AD out there to kind of fill out and realize, okay, when we do play the tougher teams, France, Serbia, who do have the taller bigs, we're going to need to prepare for them. So let's go test it out now against a game that doesn't matter because it's an exhibition match. It's not like it's anything crazy. Now, of course, we're going to see adjustments from Canada if we do end up, having to face them in an elimination game later. But I think that we'll be fine here. So I overall not too impressed with the play style, of course, but it was expected. It was expected that Team USA was not going to play full Team USA ball. Give it, they literally have been practicing just for a couple days now. It's not like they've been doing anything crazy. So overall, impressed with certain players. Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, of course, had a decent game. A little disappointed in guys like Embiid. LeBron, I was expecting him to kind of come out strong. he looked a little sloppy for sure right off the bat. And then the question marks on like KD, what's his timetable, everything like that. So if you guys enjoy this video, do me a huge favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment down below on how you think we did against Team Canada. With that being said, guys, it's been another Heart Over Height episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.